literally underground. I remember this is Tim Tebow was playing, and it was in 2007, I believe. So 10 years ago, I am in.
The main goal is to get the front room done first, which means all the tables and this front corner display. It's pretty much done. I just got to go back and edge band. Now I'm gonna go through all the tables, start marking out what needs filler, what needs a bow tie, and start getting these tables prepped to cut down to size. Okay, here we go. I have to get a tripod for this camera. I used to have one, it was super nice. Now it's a pain in the ass to find a surface to put it on. It is time, epoxy, holes, 4 pump day. Look at this one. Yeah, it's like the Grand Canyon. So the key to any sort of epoxy, I said it before, don't try to get it all in one shot. You'll drive yourself nuts. You'll watch it sink and you'll try filling it. Do it once, let it sit overnight and come back, hit it again. You'll go absolutely crazy trying to fill in every single crack 100% the first time. Where's my torch? I'm gonna do a little quick rundown on a bow tie. Use a pencil. I can't find one. Most important part is you want your grain direction this way, not this way. It'll split. I've made that mistake. I use these little templates just to mark them. I don't really use them for install. Find out where I want. Looks good. Mark it out. I didn't like it. Okay, got her marked out. There we go. I don't care too much about square and neatness and everything's perfect. As you can see, these aren't. That's part of the beauty in it for me. So do a little bit of chisel scraping. The main thing is to make sure those points are nice and crisp. You don't want a little bandsaw nick. You know, that's the main thing I look for, and that one looks actually really good. So one of the next crucial steps is to mark top. You don't want to screw it up. T's are facing me. I'm gonna measure my top to see where 30 inches lands. This one doesn't even really need it, but we've already went this far. I don't want it straight, kind of want it at an angle, a little bit of character. It's supposed to have a sharp blade. It's as sharp as I got. I'm gonna score around it, careful not to go any farther
Then the bow tie is.
All you want to do is here break that grain. Be sure not to move your bow tie, because then it's a real pain in the ass. Okay, super simple. I mean, I'm sure there's super like expensive tools you can buy to do that, but I don't have them. Let's get a Forstner bit. Probably just gonna hog out the depth of the Forstner bit for now. All right, what we got so far? All right, and we're gonna do a little chisel work. I put the flat part towards the outside of my bow tie, and I'm just gonna stay to the insides of those lines. I don't wanna be right on them. All I wanna do is just break that grain a little more. So far, where we're at now, we're gonna get an 1/8 inch spiral bit. I think it's an up spiral. I think a down spiral would be better, but it's an up spiral. We're gonna put it in the cordless DeWalt, go to town. Remember to stop while you're ahead. Don't get cocky with it. All right, so now I'm gonna go back on those lines, and I'm just gonna pitch that out a little bit. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a shoulder, a little bit of room to run. So not quite up and down, but pitched in just a tiny bit. Get a little more aggressive. I've got to get a freaking stand for this thing. All right, so we're pretty cleaned out. I'm gonna take this and chamfer the backs
So it slides in a little better. Watch your fingers, it'll get you. Which this chisel isn't very sharp. So.
This is where marking it's important, because I've chamfered the wrong side before. You may as well just start over. You gotta make a bigger bow tie and it becomes quite a mess. All right, so I'm gonna look at my T's. I know which way I wrote them. And you're gonna know when you set that in there, you're gonna feel that. I can feel it wanting to go in. That's gonna be a good fit. So I'm gonna get some, should get a brush and do this, but I don't want to. And then give her the beans.
Little bit off here in the corner, and I gouged a tiny bit there.
When you're sanding that, pull your dust collection off. Put a little glue and just let that sand fill in. I'm gonna let that sit. Hand plane it in the morning and dress it up. I think that's enough for me today. I'm kind of overwhelmed. I got stuff everywhere. I'm gonna do one more epoxy fill, and then I got a meeting in the morning. Then I'm coming down here and working most of the weekend. So let's fill this up a little bit more. Well, it's Friday. My buddy Sam always says, put on your weekend hat. Check. I'll be working this weekend, but I still have my hat on. A good week. Busy week. Rough week. Long hours, early mornings, but I wouldn't have it any other way, folks. So, pew. Cowboy up.
A little too windy.